Hey, you beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I'm so delighted you could join me today. I want to do a divine masculine check-in because a lot of you, are having some issues. Here we go. Some issues with your divine masculine. There you are as the Queen of Swords, divine feminine. We have the pissed off energy coming to fruition. So I'm going to try and keep it a little bit light and fun today, because I know some of these energies have been harsh. And remember, we've got 8 million planets going backwards at the moment. Not literally going backwards, but, you know, they look like they're going backwards in the sky to the naked eye. But, you know, in actual fact, it's because of the slowness, the slowness factor. It's a bit hard to explain anyway, but that's a whole nother video. Anyway, I feel tongue-tied and twisted because I feel like your divine masculine feels tongue-tied and twisted. Many of you have stated your pissed offness. That's my new word for today. All right, so you're pissed off at your twin flame, and I feel like many of you have said something. Let's see what else comes out for you, divine feminine. Then we're going to completely focus on the masculine. We're going to find out how he sees you, some of the blocks that are going on between union, what his 3D self is doing, what his 5D higher self is doing, any secrets he might have, and then the action. We're going to do thinking, feeling, and doing, and then the which is also the action. Doing is the action. Okay, so we're going to really go in depth today, so bear with me. I just want to get a couple more cards, and there they are. This is divine feminine right now. Whew. 9 of Cups. Satisfaction. Except it's kind of this feeling of, I can't get no satisfaction, right? She's had enough. She's kind of, she could be getting into some of these behaviors outside of herself that she doesn't necessarily need to. Maybe eating what she doesn't need to. Maybe using some form of alcohol or drug or toxic behavior, which she might find satisfying for now, but in the long run it might not be. So just be aware of that, divine feminine, if you're feeling a little bit like toxic. All right, don't go into those self-sabotaging behaviors, pretty please, with sugar on top. Okay, I know that sometimes it can feel that you need to. The divine masculine has not shown up. You haven't been able to cling to him. It's a very sad energy. It's a very, it's an energy of, you know, my divine masculine is very selfish right now. He's very greedy right now. He is determined to do what he wishes. And, you know, divine feminine has been flexible, really flexible, you know, with her time and with her energy, and there seems to be a block in the way of this relationship right now, and this block has caused some separation. And many divine feminines right now have got their thinking caps on, literally got their thinking caps on. They're trying to master and understand what on earth is going on, because the behavior of the masculine seems otherworldly right now. You know, divine feminine's going, well, you know, why on earth is he acting this way? And the pain is quite unbearable. She's, you know, she has her eyes closed here, and she also has her eyes open. It's like, on one hand, she loves him, and on the other hand, she has to close herself off to him so she doesn't get hurt. If we notice the root chakra here, if we close off the root chakra, all of the other chakras become blocked. And she's feeling this right now. She's feeling blocked off. she's feeling as though she's had to compete in some kind of way with his, maybe she's competing for his time. Maybe she's competing, with other women, or maybe she's had to compete with an illness that he's had, or maybe she's had to compete with his ego because his ego has been standing in the way of the connection. So that's a lot that the divine feminine wants to say right off the bat before we even get into the divine masculine. I wanted to show you this cool feather just before we get into the divine masculine. Isn't it cute? It kind of looks like an oar, like, if you were to have a little boat and you could use an oar. It just reminded me of that when I saw it. It's very cute. And I wanted to show you this today. I think it's just from a pigeon, but it's really cute and beautiful. And this color feather actually denotes wisdom and with divinity. So be sure that the divine is on your side right now. With whatever you've done or whatever you're doing, the divine is on your side. But you are also being guided to try and remain in the heart space. Many of you have got a blocked heart chakra right now because of the pissed offness, which is the new word for today, the pissed offness you feel with your divine masculine. I feel guided to get a tissue and put it down here, right? I feel like some of you have hurt your divine masculine, and I feel like they're trying to cushion themselves in some kind of way. Like, imagine, I don't want to waste tissues, but if I put a whole heap of tissues down and made a little bed here, I feel like they want to cushion themselves from the impact that you might be causing them right now, because they are definitely feeling it. If you've said something recently to them, they're definitely feeling it. So let's get into all of the things I said we'd get into. The first question is going to be, how does he see you? And I'm going to use 3 decks, right? We're going to go really deep. We're going to really utilize the tarot today. As many of you know, I am a psychic medium. I don't actually need the cards, but I like to use the cards because, well, they're kind of fun. Okay, so let me just read this the way it's coming out. And we'll do bottom of the deck energies as well. Okay. So the question is, how does he see you right now? How does he see you? We're getting a mixed feeling here. We're getting a mixed feeling about how he sees you right now. Okay. So on one hand, he thinks that you're very independent. Okay? You're very independent. And you could be a home for him. You could be somewhere or someone that makes him feel nurtured. You also might be loyal to him. Okay? He feels like you could be loyal to him unless you're pissed off with him right now. He's kind of having a mixed emotion about this. So let's take it a step further. We have some toxic behavior in the recent past. He was greedy with his time. He was greedy with his emotions. He was greedy with his, this can also be sex drive, right? In the recent past, he was being greedy. In the recent past, he may have only been showing up in a sexual way with you. And the wind's going crazy outside. I don't know if you can hear it, but wow, whew, it's really howling. I feel for some of you that you were his dirty little secret. Okay? You're his dirty little secret. And then he realized, oh dear, I fell in love with her. Whoops, right? Whoops. Interestingly here, you show up as a beautiful child, right? You also show up as a knowledgeable and understandable or relatable book of knowledge, right? So he sees this inner sanctity inside of you. He sees this intelligence within you, and he feels like he can't completely understand you. This book is still closed. You know, if this book was halfway open, it might mean that he half understands you, or he's at least trying to understand you. But there's been a disconnect recently, and this book is still closed. We have some bookmarks in the book. We have 3 bookmarks in the book, denoting perhaps a third-party situation. And also, you know, I know this about her, I know this about her, I know this about her. Take gender how it resonates. But that's all I know. Like, I still don't understand her fully. Okay? So I'm being guided to stick with this 3-deck premise that I've started with. That's what Spirit are telling me to do, so we're going to go with it. The blocks between union right now. So there might be more than one. The blocks between union right now is what we're looking for now. I want to sing this channeled song. Heading in the right direction for your love and affection. Ooh, look at that block. This block is something of a sexual nature. Okay? Something toxic relating to sex. Maybe how you perform during sex, or maybe how he performs during sex, or something about the forbidden fruits, you know? It's like maybe you are forbidden to him. Maybe he wasn't ever supposed to be sexy with you because he's already chained to someone else. Okay? That's what's coming up. But for many divine masculines, they're realizing that what they're in right now is a toxic situation. There it goes. Toxic situation, and you are the one who's going to bring them happiness. You know, I want to sing for this card. I want to go, oh, happy day, oh, happy day, oh, happy day, happy day. When the divine feminine washed, the divine feminine washed, the divine feminine washed, the divine feminine washed. She washed my sins away. Oh, happy day. Fish, whoa, he's coming. He wants to come to you, but I don't know why I keep getting songs. There's a deep, deep ocean. He's trying to find out what resides inside of your deep, deep ocean. Right, fish are also highly nutritious. Okay? He longs for your deliciousness. He longs to understand you. You know how when people eat at a restaurant and they pull the fish apart with, you know, they have their knife and fork and they kind of pull the fish apart? He's trying to work you out, and it's a very spiritual thing. Fish are very spiritual indeed. The blocks between union are his loyalty. His loyalty resides right now with another. Now, it doesn't have to be another person, but it might be a job, it might be a project, it might be a certain thing. Another block is that he hasn't been able to communicate with you recently. And if he did, it was short, sharp, sweet, immature, right? There was nothing really in it, right? He's also supposed to be loving someone else, and we have the devil again showing up. There could be some drug use going on here, people. Just FYI, we might have drugs. But this is connected to I'm attached with someone else right now. Someone else is taking up my time. This is the blocks between union. So how do I make a decision when I don't have the resources to fully allow myself to commit to you. That's what he's saying. I don't have the resources right now to make the decision to fully commit to you. Why? Because we have something in the way. A block to union might be a person, place, or thing that's going on. And I also feel that they are partaking in, not all of them, some of them are using drugs perhaps, or have an addiction of some kind that's getting in the way of their communication with you. This can also be pharmaceutical drugs. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, marijuana or cocaine or heroin or any of that kind of stuff, right? Ecstasy or whatever. So what is his 3D self doing right now? I can feel the steam bubbling up from some of you divine feminines going, you know, shaking your head going, yeah, he is toxic. He's been toxic for a while. It's really pissing me off because his communication sucks right now. And if he does communicate, there's not much in there. And that's not okay with you. So therefore, because of the hurt you feel, the heart chakra becomes closed off. And you're trying to get on with what you're getting on with. But this is his 3D self, not your 3D self. So just bear with me as I continue on my 3-deck card placement today. His 3D self. This can also denote drug taking as pills, right? But let's see what the other cards surrounding are saying. Okay, some of them have been partaking in sexual desires or adventures, or perhaps looking at porn. Okay, in the recent past, that's what his 3D self may have been doing. That's not for everyone. About 50% of people watching will understand that that's for them. Wow, they just flipped out. Right? His 3D self is also occupied with another woman. Now, this may be an auntie, this may be a cousin, it may be a mother, or it may be a karmic. He does not feel connected to her, however. Whoever that is, he does not feel connected. She's standing alone, right? And then we literally have the poison, you know, she's poison, she's the devil. Interesting card, this one, because we have a 7 which denotes miracles, and yet we have this, you know, reptile around the tree strangling him. So it's kind of like he's been strangled. Yeah. We have the scythe here. Strangled and pushed into situations. Wow, notice how that flipped out of my hand really quick. Right? He's been made to do certain things by this karmic, right? And you may have heard that something's going on in his life, but we have the tree of knowledge upside down. You're not going to know it until he tells you himself, right? So don't believe everything that you don't understand just yet, divine feminine, because he'll tell you in his own time. Now we have this defensiveness in him, perhaps some drinking going on, or some ego or pridefulness going on in the 3D reality, right? He has been trying to focus on a better life for himself, but there's been too much arguing going on to even make any real money or do much at all. He's been in his ego. Okay, which is why many divine feminines feel pissed off right now, because the divine masculine really has been fully in his ego. Really interesting. Interesting. So sometimes you can feel pissed off and you don't know why, or upset and you don't know why. For some of them, their pharmaceutical drug use and or recreational drug use is really affecting their ability to communicate with you in the 3D. You know, some divine masculines might have back pain, And so they're using, I don't know, painkiller or something, right? So what's he doing in his 5D self doing? You know, the soul space, the heart space. Where's that all? What does that want to say to you today? Let's just get into that. Because they might have shitty behavior, but we have to know that their behavior is a third dimensional concept. You know, in the 3D reality, their behavior is shitty in 3D, but their 5D soul space is obviously another entity on its own. If they haven't, you know, put their heart and soul and mind and and their body together just yet, let's see what he wants to say from the soul space. Because they're either not saying much in reality, you know, in the 3D reality. So let's see what they want to say from their soul space. Right, there's a third party situation in the way, right? I have done the wrong thing by you, Divine Feminine, and possibly by someone else if he's in another connection. So he's gone off to think about what he's done. He's put himself in hermit mode because he doesn't feel very happy with his actions. Some of his actions have been irreparable or irreparable, and many of you know what he's been up to, right? So he didn't speak to you for quite a while. Maybe it was a week or longer. But then for some of you, not all of you, remember this is a general reading, they came out of hiding and you kind of know that they know that you kind of know that they know that you know that that you are the twin flame, right? But there's sadness here because they've had to take a look at themselves in the mirror about some of their behaviors. And even the universe has given them a good kick in the butt. In the recent past, they've had a kick in the butt. They may have also, again, been taking some kind of drug or been doing some kind of sexual activity that they shouldn't have been doing. This could be porn. This could be excessive, can I say excessively wanking off or jerking off if they're a guy, and if they're a girl, masturbating. Depends on gender. But their strength is lost. Now this is someone usually who's taking care of their ego and putting their ego away. But he's being honest from his soul space and saying, you know what, I was in my ego. Okay, I've kind of treated you like crap, actually. So there's a bit of a solar plexus issue here. We have the drugs or money reference here again. And then we have, I'm trying to change it. So maybe if they're on some kind of pharmaceutical drug, maybe they've gone to seek, because this can also represent a doctor. They may have also seeked, they may have seeked some advice, which is actually the word is sought some advice to start feeling better because they've been feeling vulnerable. So some of them may have a mental illness here. This is not being able to connect with God. So when you're not able to connect with God, right, and there's the medical symbol again here, if you're not able to connect with God, that can sometimes denote depression or some other mental health conditions, anxiety, PTSD. We may also have a block in the chakras here. Okay, so this is what he's trying to say. Yeah, so I've been an arsehole to a lot of people, actually. I've treated a lot of people unkindly. And again, we have the medical symbol here. I need help. And he may tell you about it soon. He may actually come down into the 3D space and tell you about it so that you know that he's had something wrong with him related to drug use, related to the karmic, related to the other blocks that we talked about before. He may let you know. Okay, let's just get 2 more from this other deck to add to this. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm not anchored right now, right? See there? You can't see because my hand's in the way. I'm not anchored right now. I cannot anchor myself right now, right? And the fish are upside down. Now, fish are nutritious and good for you. I'm not feeling good right now. Dark night of the soul. Feeling trapped and used by other people. Toxic relationship here, or toxic people around them. Something toxic. This can also denote poison, which could be due to this, you know, I can't say it on this platform, but this here, depending on what your stance is on that, but that is also considered to be a poison. Anything that's not natural is considered a poison. So maybe that's also affecting the way they're behaving if they've had that happen, okay? Now, this story, of course, is general. If you want a private reading, please go down to the description box below. We can do it, you can do it by talking to me, like we can do a one-on-one, and we can do 1 to 3 hours in a session, or you can just book an hour and I can pre-record it on YouTube and send it to your email address. It's up to you. So you can contact me at tarotforyou444@gmail.com, and that link is in the description box below. Or that reference, I should say. Okay, secrets. Woo, this is a great reading. Secrets, let's see what they are. I want to cut the deck. Many of you have called your divine masculines out recently. Congratulations on having boundaries and setting boundaries for yourself. The twin flame journey is a union back to the self, so you can find out who you really are. Messages are coming from him. That's what you don't know, divine feminine. For some of you, it's going to be telepathically. For some of you, it's going to be in the 3D. Let's see what's on the bottom of these decks. Hang on a moment. Secrets. Secrets of divine masculine. Closer. Ooh, do you want to know a secret? Ooh, do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Look at that, 2 different decks. Say the words you long to hear. I'm in love with you. Are you listening to the words? Ooh, he feels like an arsehole. I feel like an arsehole because I haven't messaged you. Or if I have messaged you, it's really not been anything wonderful. In fact, my behavior has been toxic. Some of them have also had the, you know what, in their arm. Or more than one of those, and they're behaving a bit strangely. Take it how it resonates. If you don't agree with that, that's fine. Please don't leave me comments in the description box below, but that's what's happening. And my tarot never lies. Not yet anyway. Right, so let's get some more energy. The bottom of the deck again. I'm not in a great place right now. It could be something to do with his health. Right, the fish denote good health and a promise of reconnection. Upside down, I can't connect with you right now. Maybe my health isn't amazing. Maybe there's a dark night of the soul, right? I feel as vulnerable as a child. So that vulnerability that you feel from him not connecting with you or not connecting with you properly, he's also feeling that, and that's a secret. He desperately wants to tell you some things, Why isn't he telling you some things? Let's find out from this deck. Why isn't he coming in with longer communication? This is quick communication, not necessarily long. Wow, oh wow, look at this. Again, third time's a charm. So if you haven't heard from him, expect to hear from him. Again, we get this, I'm knackered, exhausted, was going through a transformation. I feel like a fool because I know who you are to me. He may have been arrogant recently in a text message, but he knows who you are. She's the one that saves me from myself. Wow, that's the message coming through. She's the one that saves me from myself. My life has been quite toxic. So this could be related to health. It could be related to the toxicity around him. He wants to have a victory with you. He does want to have a victory with you, right? He's holding on to you. He may also be holding on to drugs of some kind. And this can denote not feeling well, not been feeling well for the past few weeks. But I really want to come to you and talk to you. Yeah, been having a hard time. Been having a hard time. All right, let's see what he's thinking about you, feeling and doing. I actually really like using 3 decks because then we're going to get doubles and triple cards sometimes. Right, thinking, feeling and doing. I'm going to do them all in the same space. So I'm going to use this deck for thinking, and then this one, and then this one, and then I'm going to do thinking, feeling, doing all in the same go so that the video doesn't end up being 18 hours long. Because, you know, that's going to take a while to upload it, isn't it? Right, thinking, feeling, doing. Thinking, feeling, doing, please, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit, for being here with us. Right, thinking, feeling, doing. Okay, we'll get the overall energies in a moment. Right, so we have thinking, feeling, and doing. And then we're going to do the same with these decks. Thinking, feeling, doing. Okay, we're ready to go. Thinking, feeling, doing. Overall energies. Wow. Many of them feel a little bit emasculated at the moment by someone else in their life, not necessarily you. Could be you, but not necessarily you. Pride has been hurt here. Thinking, feeling, doing. Wow. Did you send them a big message? I feel like they want to send you one back. Okay. This is what I'm getting. So let's do thinking, feeling, doing. Right. We've done the overall energy. So thinking, right. I want to talk to you. Right. We have this medical symbol here. We have this great sort of party feeling in the background. You know, I was doing great. And then there's been a cog in the wheel somehow. Been a cog in the wheel to me traveling to you. I'm thinking of giving you some of my time, because time is a resource, right? But I kind of need to get out of this dark night of the soul first. So they're definitely thinking of coming towards you. The feeling is interesting. I want to feel like a king when I speak to you, right? I know you're pissed off with me. I know I abandoned you. Isn't that a big word, abandoned? I feel sad that I did that, right? But I have to be okay in myself before I come to you, because we've got a lot to say. And I've still got to learn a lot about you, because I'm Many divine masculines who are in third dimensional consciousness are still confused about the divine feminine. Right? So what are they going to do? You should hear from your divine masculine within the next month. In the recent past, they feel you became unhinged or ungrounded, or treated them like they had been devilish. Right? So right now they're going to be a little bit selfish and continue on their path of, I need to do this for me right now. They're still alone here, walking the path alone, but they're also walking the path to love towards you, and you are love. So the message here is a message of love. Stay in your heart space, work on your chakras if you need to do that. The energy centers of the chakras are very important because of their toxic behavior. Sometimes we want to be toxic, and that's not the answer. The answer is to not be toxic. The answer is to stand firm with your boundaries, but to not be toxic. So many men are emasculated and treated like crap by their karmics. Just remember that they are also going through some things in karmic land, but if you have boundaries, let them be known. Let your boundaries be known to your divine masculine in the 3D reality. He wants to say one last thing to you before we go. He does not like being at odds with his divine feminine. That's the message that's coming through loud and clear. He does not like to be at odds with his divine feminine on any topic, actually. Wow. I know I'm being slow. I'm also transforming. May have been partaking in some kind of drug. Right? This is really strong for me here. There could have also been witchcraft going on, black magic. If you don't believe in black magic, that's fine, but I'm telling you that it's a very real thing, can happen. If you think that your divine masculine or yourself has been affected by any black magic, we can do a negative energy clearing. So just contact me below. Okay? I've been sad because I didn't reach out to my Empress on social media, actually. For many of them, I didn't reach out over social media. For some of you, you might have been waiting for up to 2 months or even longer. They may live at a distance from you, right? They're trying to come back around, but they know they've been deceptive and manipulative. They also know that perhaps they've been partaking in some things that they shouldn't have done, whether that's a third-party situation or it could be alcohol here. So they're confused right now, especially by the karmic. They're trying to manifest balance, which is why I'm telling you as divine feminine to work on your chakras, because they're pretty wrecked right now. And many divine feminines are also feeling pretty wrecked right now. So we need to come out of ego and be balanced, because even the divine feminine doesn't feel very balanced right now. She's having a hard time. Your divine masculine's feeling very vulnerable. He's showing up as the page. The page is very vulnerable and can be immature. He wants to come towards you, but he's not feeling very crash hot. He knows you're pissed off with him, but he loves you very much, and the commitment is on its way. But we're having a little issue with the heart space right now. So work on your chakras, divine feminine, because that's the biggest secret of today. Right? You need to feel like this within inside of yourself so he can come to you. Otherwise, we're going to get this defensive energy all the time. So if you need to set boundaries down in the 3D reality, do that. But try to be a little bit understanding of where they're coming from, because they do want to make an apology here. Many divine masculines going to be making an apology. Some of them have been missing for quite some time. Some of them have been indulging in sexual activity. That's not for all of them, but some of them may have been, excessively overindulging in pornography, etc. And there's a need for them to come into balance, because there's only so many times you can touch yourself, and after a while it becomes kind of mundane and kind of boring and kind of lonely. Okay, so they need you to complete the equation. But divine feminine, you need to lead and take care of yourself. Notice in the star card here, the woman is completely taking care of herself. Okay, so come out of that energy of, I work hard for the money, so hard for you, honey. I work hard for the money, so you better treat me right. This is the energy that divine feminine is kind of in. I feel like she wants to sing RESPECT. Let's find out what it means to me. RESPECT. Do, right? But just, we don't want to go into that masculine energy of being, destructive. You don't want to be an alpha woman saying, it's my way or the highway, honey. It has to be compromise. There has to be compromise. Otherwise, your masculine feels imprisoned. And you don't want to make him feel like he's in prison, because many of them already feel like that with the karmics. And that's why they go and indulge in some kind of sexual behaviors for some of them. And it's why they leave connections. So if you want to have a victory with your divine masculine, you need to be nurturing and loving, but also have boundaries. Nurturing and loving with boundaries. So this is a really long video, and I'm really sorry that it's so long. Let's try and get back into the heart space. So we're going to sing Joyful, Joyful. Ready? Everyone ready? Joyful, joyful, Lord, we adore you. God of glory, God of light. Hearts unfold like flowers before you. Do, Son of God. Come and join the chorus, the mighty, mighty chorus. La, 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 la. Joyful, joyful, Lord, we adore you. God of glory, God of light. Hearts unfold like flowers before you. By the way, what have you done for him lately? Barnacles is trying to sing. Ooh, hoo, 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 yeah. What have you done for him lately? And we can see Spoggy just through there. See Spoggy? He's smiling at you through the tissue box. Okay, so I just want to sing a couple more songs, because I want you to get into your heart space. I'm just trying to think of some other songs that are going to get us there, because many of us have been angry. Many of us have been really pissed off. Many of us have been really annoyed. So let's see what other songs we can sing. Busy life, not enough time to look in the mirror. Life in the fast lane. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look around and take note. Who really loves you? Don't get caught up in the clouds or you go insane. When it feels everybody's needing something, remember who's always been there for you. You know it? Who loves you, baby? Who really loves you, baby? I've always been on your side, morning and night. Who loves you, baby? I really love you, baby. I've always been on your side. I said, who loves you, baby? Something like that. Okay, this is Debbie Gibson. Okay, so who else can we sing? I'm trying to think of a really high vibrational, happy song. Okay, another Sister Act song. Oh, happy day, oh, happy day, oh, happy day, when you washed, when you washed, when you washed, when you washed your sadness away. I'm changing the words, of course. All right, so no more sadness, Divine Feminine. Let's get into that high vibration. He taught me how, yeah, he taught me how to live night and day, so we pray. Okay, everyone. Oh, happy day, oh, happy day, oh, happy day, oh, happy day, when Jesus washed, when Jesus washed, Jesus washed, when Jesus washed my sins away. Oh, happy day. Now, you don't need to be religious to listen to this stuff. I'm not trying to force any religion on you, actually. It's just that it's high vibrational, okay? So I want you to sing high vibrational songs. It could even be doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, far along a way to run, so a needle pulling thread, it's getting high, la, a note to follow, so I'm gonna sound weird, tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to do. Ready? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, so, do. Okay. And then we'll do really quickly a Calamity Jane song. I just been in from the Windy City. The Windy City is mighty pretty, but they ain't got what we got. No siree. Fast as a polecat, a climbing a tree. I've never seen a polecat. They've got those minstrel shows, pretty ladies with the big chapeaus, private lawns, public baths. Do 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 do. Ready? I've just been into the Windy City. The Windy City is mighty pretty, but they ain't got what we got. I'm telling you, boys, we got more life in Deadwood City than the whole of Illinois. Jazz hands at the end. Ooh. Alrighty, so my songs are crazy and cool right at the same time. Of course, you can listen to some cooler stuff, but whatever gets you into your heart space, okay? No sad songs, none of that. There'll be sad songs to make you cry. Love songs often do. We don't want to be in that mood, okay? We want to be in, oh, what a feeling, and we're dancing on the ceiling. Remember that? Oh, what a feeling, and we're dancing on the ceiling. Or, believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Oh, what about that one? Do 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 do. These are channel messages, by the way. I can see that you're happy to be stuck with me. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. I am happy to be stuck with you. Yes, it's true. I'm so happy to be stuck with you. I can see I can see that you're happy to be stuck with me. Again, believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Okay, so I love you all so much. Crazy singing is destined to be a part of my channel. Just remember to stay in your heart space. If you don't know how to get into your heart space, you can feel free to contact me and I'll do my best to get you into that space. Remember that your divine masculine always loves you, and if his shitty behavior shows up time and time again, then he has to do some learning in the 3D reality. And we've all been there, done that, and got the postcard. I'm sending you a wonderful, beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. I love you all so much. Make sure you get in contact with me if you need me. I've got some wonderful courses that are really helping twin flames to get into union, and not just to get into union, but to get in touch with their self. Thank you for all the donations. If you want to send a donation, there's a link in the description box. I would love that. I do like to help charity as well. And I'll see you real soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.